Pope Francis says for the first time, women will be named to the all-male committee that chooses bishops. He told Reuters 2 women will join the committee. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson refuses to step down despite the resignations of 27 ministers and department heads. UK's Minister for Industry just resigned, as did 4 other members of the government. CBS's Roxana Saberi.
As a sign that he's not planning to step down anytime soon, Johnson swiftly appointed replacements for his departing ministers. For some here this morning, it's too little, too late.
A new bonus perk for Amazon Prime members. Correspondent Jim Crisula reports.
Amazon has agreed to add Grubhub to its list of Prime services in the U.S. The deal also gives Amazon the option to acquire a small stake of the food ordering company. Under the deal, U.S. Prime members will have delivery fees waived by select restaurants.
Stocks are down right now. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Ricky LeBlanc, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Admitted in Massachusetts only. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. Members, Paul J. Morgan, Winter Park, Florida. Nick Neiswander, Florence, Kentucky. Rich Graybo, 970 Farmington Avenue, West Hartford, Connecticut. 860-904-7789. Michael Bo Gonzalez, admitted Louisiana. Filing number LA-22-13614. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other attorneys. I am a paid non-attorney spokesperson. Attention U.S. Marines. Veterans were exposed to toxic chemicals in the drinking water on Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987. Exposure to these chemicals increased the risk for cancer, birth defects, and other serious health problems. If you or a loved one were exposed to contaminated water on Camp Lejeune, you may be entitled to compensation. A new law gives legal rights to those harmed. It is not too late to take action. Call Sokolov Law now for a free legal consultation at 1-800-397-8100. 1-800-397-8100. 1-800-397-8100.
A famous musician passes out during his concert.
Fans say it was just after Carlos Santana introduced a song he performs with Chris Stapleton that he fainted.
Get him some cold water! Cold water! Pour it over him!
Social media posts show the 74-year-old waving to cheering fans as medics wheeled him away on a stretcher. A spokesman blames heat exhaustion and dehydration. He says Santana is doing well after he was taken to a local hospital for observation. Tonight's show in Pennsylvania will be rescheduled. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
WPTV's First Alert Weather on WPSL is brought to you by Seacoast Air Conditioning. Now with a look at our forecast, here's meteorologist Katia Hall.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast. This scattered afternoon showers and storms popping up, then slowly drifting west throughout the day. So by this evening, most of the shower and storm activity should be around the lake. Tonight, lows in the mid to upper 70s with some spotty showers into the night. Tomorrow through Saturday, rain chances lower with high pressure building. Still could run into some showers in the morning near the coast, followed by afternoon inland showers and storms. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katia Hall for WPSL 1590, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
Living in Florida is paradise until your AC breaks down. Seacoast Air Conditioning is family owned and operated for over 40 years. Seacoast Air Conditioning offers service in hours, not days. We answer the phones, show up on time, and fix the problem right the first time.
Comfort crisis, don't roast, call Seacoast.
WPTV's First.
Hey, it's Dr. Ravi at Tradition Family Chiropractic. We are dedicated to serving you and your family with integrity, compassion, and innovative care through the most advanced chiropractic care ever in chiropractic history, encouraging your health and your family's health to its maximum potential on a regular basis. Call us today at 772-345-0060 or schedule online at traditionhealth.com for your free consultation.
Hi, this is Joanne from Nutrition World and Wellness Center. I am really excited to introduce new guests and topics to my show every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL, where my listeners can call in on any topic. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to find it. We want to help you become the best version of yourself. We'll have naturopaths, coaches, and of course, Dr. Ravi will be here every month as usual. I am looking forward to sharing my years of experience with my listeners so we can enjoy this life journey together.
Visit Joannes Nutrition World in the Crass Square, formerly known as the Arcade Building, located at US 1 and Orange Avenue, across from Fort Pierce City Hall. Open Monday through Friday from 10 to 4, Saturdays 10 to 3. Taking appointments for the Wellness Center online at joannesnutritionworld.com or call 772-464-3598.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
Views expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of WPSL. However, we are the ones who encourage you to like and share them on social media and with all your friends and neighbors, because it's time for Joanne's World of Nutrition, brought to you by Nutrition World in downtown Fort Pierce, hosted by Joanne Seeger.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a spectacular morning. I am just super excited about today's topic because I need to learn a lot about it as well. You know, as all my listeners know, and if I have any newbies listening, I am thrilled that you're here with us. So I pretty much tell my whole life story to the audience. Everyone that's been listening for many years knows all my ups and downs. But now, post-menopausal, I've noticed that my skin is just not looking the same anymore, as well as all my customers and dear friends that are in my age group or older. They're kind of going, wait, what's happening right now? And it is just like the diet industry, weight loss industry. It is like this multi-million-dollar shark industry that really is just trying to get your attention, get your dollars, and most of it is bogus. It's terrible. As anyone knows, I don't even have a weight loss section in my store for the apparent reason that there's so many factors that go to weight. And the same thing with the condition of the skin. So there is no one product, I promise you, that's a one-size-fit-all, no matter how many hundreds of dollars it costs. I have a couple good friends that have been on the radio show that are skin specialists that do amazing skincare treatments in our local area, and they're incredible. And they will teach you that it's not about one cream or one, treatment. It's about everything to do with the body. So today's show is going to discuss what really contributes to the dry skin coming faster, or the saggy skin, or the wrinkles, and what things we can do each and every day that's affordable, but not miraculous, but affordable and actually do make a difference. And I have been using some of these things every day, and I definitely see a difference.
Is it just me, or are we all seeing what look like nutritional products in grocery stores? Diet products.
The problem is that the label industry, like I've taught on my show many times, these groups meet and they cost the company so much to get these advertising groups to basically put one word, one look, one color to get your attention, to make it appear as anti-aging, dietetic, great for weight loss, great for the heart. And it really is misleading, and really no one governs it. Like, I kind of laugh sometimes because everyone's like, oh, vitamins, as far as who's controlling what they say. But the food industry is much worse. I mean, all their products are, getting you sick, but yet their intent is not health. And so, who's at fault here? All right. So let's start with the breath work, because I realized we forgot last week because we had such an amazing guest on. So
a strange week. I'll bet you that's why.
Yes, there you go. But it's okay. So we are going to do breath work right now. We're just going to do a few rounds of breathing. So I want you to just exhale out any drama, stress, negativity, anything that doesn't feel good in the body, and breathe in using your nose only for 5, hold for 5, and exhale for 5.
And how many
All right,
times?
let's just do 2 rounds, okay?
All right.
All right, everyone. So just relax
Relax,
your
let it all
shoulders, drop your shoulders, relax your ears, okay? And if you're in a safe place, close your eyes, all right? I'm going to close my eyes and tap on my fingertips.
Okay,
Here we
stand
go.
by. Okay, now begin your inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Slowly release. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Now 3, 2, 1. Release. And that's 2, I think. And that's,
Thank you very much.
You look relaxed. Good, good.
Right?
Wow, you inverted or something.
Well, actually, I've been really trying to consciously drop my shoulders and relax my ears. When I do the meditation at night, it's really like, you can do so many different meditations. There's probably millions of them. But the ones I love tell you like to start at the top of your head, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax your eyes, relax your ears. And when you think about it, it's a little comical. Well, of course you're going to relax if you meditate, but we don't.
No.
We keep
still clench our fists.
Yeah, we keep that stiffness, our stress, what are we doing after this meditation? Like it's another task. Yeah. So I do like the ones that walk me through intentionally relaxing every body part, because then I'm focused on that and not what dishes are in the sink or what needs to be done. All right. So
That's
welcome
the thing,
everyone.
All the stuff that distracts us.
Right. I know. It's just so distracting. Life can be very distracting from what we really want. And that is what I'm really going to emphasize today. I think the weight loss and skin industry or anti-aging industry is so profitable and worth so many millions because when we look in the mirror, that's what we focus on. We focus on our negatives, our flaws, like, oh, where do we gain weight? Oh, we put on 5 pounds, or oh, look at, my skin doesn't seem as firm or soft or supple. So it's what we see. But really, I'm hoping whether you be a new listener or someone that's been following me for years, that you really understand by the end of the show that it's not really about what you see in the mirror that matters. It's what's under the skin, okay? And not just what the organs and the tissues and the fluids are doing, but also your stress levels, your emotional status, your sleep patterns, your environment, your work environment. That really has a huge impact on your health and on what shows on the outside. There was this little illustration, I think, that I saw on Facebook many years ago, and it says, whatever you do, like say, they were implying diet-wise, but, if you're in the closet doing it, you still show it out in the real world. I mean, there's no hiding bad lifestyle choices on your skin, or, so if you're gaining 30 pounds and your belly's getting bigger and your skin is getting drier and wrinkly, it's a reflection on your choices. It's not instantly occurring. Okay, so, but instead of thinking of punishing ourselves each day or buying hundreds of dollars worth of gimmicky diet or skin products, the best bet is to just say, I can make a difference each day. I can make little choices that are economical and feasible for my life to really make a difference on the inside, and that will show on the outside. So today's show is about those things. And yes, there are many things, because everything good will reflect on the outside. But these are things that really directly impact the condition of the skin. Okay, so that's the goal, because our skin is our largest living organ. And it is everything. It is the absorption and the defensive line for anything environmental that doesn't want to come in the body. Most of my mentors, as well as myself, we believe that the intestinal tract, which is huge, okay, your small, large intestine, your whole intestinal system, if you were to turn it inside out, that represents your skin. So I mention that because you'll hear throughout this whole show me mentioning your gut, your microbiome, like taking care of that intestinal system. Because if you have IBS, if you have ulcers, you have Crohn's, you have malabsorption issues, you have any issues in that intestinal system, that right there will explain what might be happening outside of your skin. But also emotional health. You will see a lot of people in this world that as soon as they get stressed or they have a very traumatic experience, all of a sudden eczema, psoriasis, like flare-ups that come just from an emotional stressor. So don't discard that as less important than what you're eating and what you're doing. It's all important. All right, so let's start with the biggest things to avoid. Now, when you come to the store, I try to be very kind and gentle on my do not do list, because I feel like you can Google those lists. You know, everyone knows don't do processed food, don't do sugar, you know, obviously stay away from alcohol and smoking. But some of those things are more difficult than others. But I will tell you, if you are really not liking what your skin's looking like, the number one thing to avoid is processed oils. Processed oils are in all our processed food now. So canola oil, soybean oil, cottonseed oil, oh gosh forbid you're still consuming hydrogenated oil, trans fats, those are super dangerous. So I would first start there. So if sugar consumption is still a battle that you're fighting each day, I applaud you. Keep, moving on with it, because sugar definitely is a no-no for the skin. We all know that. It causes weight gain. It causes aging rapidly. It causes high spike in insulin. So we definitely want to get sugar down to almost nothing. I say that because carbs are sugar, so vegetables are carbohydrates, so focus on the vegetables. But oils are really, really dangerous, okay? Especially now, our omega-3 to omega-6 consumption in the United States is insane. So we should have a higher ratio of the healthy anti-inflammatory omega-3s, okay? But instead, we have a 16-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. Why is that? Because all our animal products, instead of grazing on grass, is being fed, factory, so corn, soy, things that they're not meant to. So their fish is farmed and tanked, and that is also making them consume not algae food. They're eating food that is also promoting a higher omega-6 content, where fish is famous for omega-3. So it's really messing things up, but I can't blame just that. If you buy a cracker these days, you buy a soup, you buy anything in the middle of the grocery store that's in a convenient, beautiful looking packaging, it all has oil in it, things that you least likely expect. One of my pet peeves with marketing, and again, I know these advertising agencies get paid so much money, more than usually what the product's worth themselves, is mayonnaise. So if you make homemade mayonnaise, it could be an absolutely healthy part of a diet, okay? But if you go to the supermarket, there is not one healthy mayonnaise unless it's like 3 times the price for like half the size. So you are definitely better off making it yourself. But one example is that you'll see a mayonnaise label that says made with olive oil. And the olive oil is huge on the print of the label. So you get excited like, okay, it's made with a healthy oil. It's not canola oil. It's not soybean oil. It's not cottonseed oil. It's not any fake processed chemicalized oil. And then you turn over the label, and the first ingredient is the soybean oil. The second ingredient is the canola oil. And then thirdly is the olive oil. So you have to really pay attention, just like with food, just like with supplements, anything you're going to put on your skin or inside your body, You want to look at ingredients. Do not even pay attention to the front of the labels. They get paid big time money to get your attention.
The ingredients can be tricky too.
Yes. Well, that's the thing, is that I do love sometimes when it comes to technology, this is my favorite part. So if you're shopping, and again, small changes first. So say we'll just stay on the mayonnaise thinking. If you're consuming mayonnaise every day, like it's a jar, gets finished every week in your family, and you're constantly replacing it. You're not like, once every 4 months mayonnaise person, okay? Then that matters, okay? So in your whole day, that mayonnaise matters. So then you want to spend extra money and extra time researching the ingredients. But I will tell you, I tried for July 4th to find a healthy mayonnaise, and it was almost impossible unless I was ready to spend $14 for a tiny little avocado oil real mayonnaise that had no other bad ingredients. And that really made my heart sad because, mayonnaise is a staple in many homes, but like I tell my clients, well, what are you putting it on? Oh, a sandwich with cold cuts and bread? Well, those have to go too. So, okay. But if you do have, a couple healthy, organic, pasture-raised eggs with a little mayonnaise and seasoning, then again, you want to keep away from processed oils. And everyone, please, if you see all those oils in the cooking section, the vegetable blend oils, the corn oils, the canola oils, soybean oils, those should never be consumed, not in your body or on your skin. Okay? So that would be my first thing to avoid if you're trying to have healthy, beautiful skin, is those oils. And a note, if you put oils and sugar together, there's a process that happens to the skin that's extremely dangerous. So, for instance, a donut is the worst offender because you're frying sugar and oil together. And then, of course, French fries. So those things should be like where it's like this once a year, like, oh my God, I just have to have a bite. Okay. And anyone that knows me well, I struggle with food. I love food, but those are really, really bad. Those really are never meant for human consumption. So really try to be good with those. Okay. So a solution. So for every negative, I'm going to give a solution. Okay. So olive oil. So olive oil is phenomenal for the skin, phenomenal for the body. You do have to buy real olive oil. So you have to make sure that when you look at the front, make sure it matches the back and it's not blended with any other oils. I favor glass. So anytime I see an oil in glass, right away it gets my attention because I'm like, if the company is spending extra money to put it in a glass bottle, then I feel like they're, making an extra effort. But olive oil, typically imported, does come in those cans, and so I definitely have bought those as well. So you want to buy a high-quality olive oil, and you want to start consuming it because dryness of the skin doesn't necessarily come from dehydration. It comes from a lack of fatty acid profile. Your skin is made from fat, just like your brain, just like your hormones, just like every single trillion cell. You need healthy fat. Now, the body does make 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol a day to make everything that we need for our brain and our skin. But it needs the building blocks, okay? And 2,000 of those milligrams are made in the liver. So let's just correlate liver health with skin. A lot of people have made comments, in this world that you can tell when someone might consume too much alcohol right away because they look very dehydrated. Their skin looks very dry. It doesn't look plump and healthy. And so that is because of the liver. If the liver is not working at 100% functionality, you are going to have issues with producing that healthy cholesterol that the body needs for every single human function, and you're going to cause problems with the fatty acid profile in the skin. So before you spend, tons of money on the collagen and the fancy creams. Just give your liver a little break. And as you're listening, if you're saying to yourself, Joanne, if you tell me to give up my alcohol, I'm going to get upset. Think of it this way. Do a little fast of it. Just like we should fast from food, we should also fast from any bad habits. So give yourself breaks from it, okay? Obviously, the daily consumption of anything that's a negative to the body is going to wear and tear on the skin. So if you just clean up the liver a little bit, just basically, say to yourself, okay, maybe I will just drink alcohol every other day versus every day. But if you can, maybe just a little bit on the weekends, and not like a crazy binge on the weekends, but just a little bit. All of a sudden, your skin will start improving because your liver will get cleaner, and then it can produce the fatty acids it needs to make the beautiful skin that you've always supposed to have. You're not supposed to get dry, wrinkly, loose skin as you get older. It's just a side effect of what's happening inside the body. Okay? And a little helper tip for the liver, okay, is actually helping your gallbladder. So your gallbladder, which I talk about so much on the show because everyone is just so quick to take their gallbladder out, and it just really upsets me because the gallbladder is what breaks down your fats. Your fats are what's needed for everything, okay? So bitters or bile is phenomenal. Ox bile is phenomenal to help the gallbladder, which in turn helps the liver. We love Dr. Berg at our store, so we sell Dr. Berg's gallbladder formula. It's the only one I could find that combines all my favorite things for the gallbladder in one product. So I always talk about bitters, and I always talk about bile salts, and it's really hard to find that combination other than his formula. So it's a gallbladder formula. It's very reasonable. And it's wonderful for digestion, to make your belly feel better, to make your bowels regular, but it helps the gallbladder and liver function more efficiently and therefore help the skin. So think about it. If your skin is dry and the dryness needs to be repaired by fatty acids, you go to not the symptom and throw on toxic creams that are probably hexane and solvent derived. Go to the cause, which is what makes the fatty acids to repair skin cells and moisturize the skin. That pretty much is your gallbladder and liver, okay? So yes, it needs water. You always need water, but it really needs a good functioning gallbladder and liver to make healthy, good skin.
What was the name of that doctor who has this formula?
Dr. Berg. So I love him, and I'm actually certified in his course as a health coach. But his product, he has a lot of amazing products, but his electrolyte powder is my favorite for hydration because it has the highest amount of potassium and no maltodextrin, no fillers, no junk, no sugar, and it actually tastes decent. And his gallbladder formula is outstanding, and everyone really needs help with their gallbladder these days. There's just so much processed oil in our food. All right, sir, I think I'm going to take a break so I can drink some water, and then we'll go on for how to help the skin.
Well, we'll be back to continue in our hydration process, and you're listening to Joanne's World of Nutrition. It's break time. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Joanne from Nutrition World and Wellness Center. I am really excited to introduce new guests and topics to my show every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL, where my listeners can call in on any topic. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to find it. We want to help you become the best version of yourself. We'll have naturopaths, coaches, and of course, Dr. Ravi will be here every month as usual. I am looking forward to sharing my years of experience with my listeners so we can enjoy this life journey together.
Visit Joannes Nutrition World in the Crass Square, formerly known as the Arcade Building, located at US 1 and Orange Avenue, across from Fort Pierce City Hall. Open Monday through Friday from 10 to 4, Saturdays 10 to 3. Taking appointments for the Wellness Center online at joannesnutritionworld.com or call 772-464-3598.
Hey, it's Dr. Ravi at Tradition Family Chiropractic. We are dedicated to serving you and your family with integrity, compassion, and innovative care through the most advanced chiropractic care ever in chiropractic history, encouraging your health and your family's health to its maximum potential on a regular basis. Call us today at 772-345-0060 or schedule online at traditionhealth.com for your free consultation.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
We now return to Joanne's World of Nutrition, brought to you by Nutrition World in downtown Fort Pierce. Once again, here's your host, Joanne Seeger.
Hey everyone, happy Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. And hey, don't forget, right after my show, Dr. Shipe is back. He's back. He's going to follow me on Wednesdays now. Awesome. I'm so glad he's back. Everyone loves Dr. Shipe and talk about so much information. Oh my gosh, he's so smart. All right, well, so we're talking about the skin, and please, again, the takeaway after this show is everything you do outside your skin, inside your skin matters. Every single choice. But it doesn't matter if you partied real hard when you were younger and your skin's looking bad. The skin is constantly changing. It's forgiving, same as your liver and your kidneys and your heart. The bones. Through technology, there are some miraculous things they're finding out, and that is everything can improve. You are not stuck just because, you made some really bad choices and you're not looking so great, okay? Do not give up. Any healthy change is a healthy change. And so some are small and you'll see subtle differences. But, if you make a lot of great changes and you make them all together and you really stick to them, just be patient and, sometimes take pictures, because sometimes you forget what it was before. But always it's about 90 days to really see a difference in the skin. One of the things I mentioned Dr. Berg right before the break, I have not tried this yet, but I would love to start trying it probably this evening, and if any of my listeners want to give it a go. So with my Irish red skin, I get dark spots, and now postmenopausal, definitely more than ever. And he says that if you take licorice extract, okay, again, I haven't tried it yet, but licorice extract is super inexpensive. It's like $10, and with his recipe, it would probably last like 3 months. So talk about an inexpensive, solution to dark spots.
You've got this at your store?
We have it at the store, and it does have to be like a pure licorice extract, nothing else added. And you just put it in with some olive oil or coconut oil, and you use it as a moisturizer every evening. So he mentions it in one of his YouTube videos, and I think it's just like, say, a teaspoon of whatever carrier oil and a couple drops of licorice, and you rub it all over your skin, not just where the brown spot is. I guess you could treat if you had like a couple of intense brown spots, but it's safe for the whole skin. Licorice typically is in all our adrenal formulas, so it's definitely good for you, and it definitely won't hurt anything, and it's so inexpensive compared to some of these crazy price creams. So maybe give that a try. I'm definitely going to start tonight. So I think Matt, my husband's at the store, put the licorice in our to-go bag so I don't forget. All right, so that's something definitely to try. The other thing that you might want to consider is if your skin is dry to the point where life is uncomfortable. So I'm mentioning more of like dry mouth, dry eyes, or vaginal dryness, that type of dryness. That can make life miserable. I would consider doing omega 7. Omega 7 does have great studies for dry eyes. It also is known as sea buckthorn. It's very reasonable. We sell it as 2 labels. It's the same exact product, but one label says dry eye relief because they can say it because of the studies, and the other one just says omega 7. Same exact product. And it has a beautiful sheet that you can educate yourself on it. It's called The Hydrating Power of Omega 7 from Sea Buckthorn. But it's incredible. And what it's kind of representing is what I mentioned earlier. It also repairs stomach and digestive system tissue. So remember how I mentioned that the inside of the intestinal system represents what your skin might be like on the outside? So if you heal the tissue of your stomach and your intestinal system, okay, and help rejuvenate it from maybe ulcers or scarring or IBS, then again, your skin will also feel that reward. And again, give it some time, 90 days maybe, and you will definitely start seeing the difference. And on that same line of thinking, the next, what I call miracle item for the skin and your intestinal system to heal both is aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice I've been selling forever. It is so economical. It doesn't have any side effect. I would say the worst thing I've ever heard is someone took like 16 ounces and they had an extra bowel movement. But who doesn't want that these days, right? So aloe vera juice, it can be used topically to help heal the skin. And may I remind you, if it helps heal sunburn, the most damaging thing to the skin, of course, every day using it, it's going to help. It also is a natural producer of collagen. And people are spending so much money on collagen. And unfortunately, you don't even know if you're going to reap the benefits of it because of how it's produced or how you're throwing it in hot acidic coffee and so on. So aloe vera, you take it first thing in the morning. You drink it like as with a shot glass, just plain, okay? So don't mix it with juice on an empty stomach. And that same time, take a cotton ball and dab it into that same shot glass so you don't even have to use more product, just whatever residue's in there, and dab it along your skin. It is amazing and so economical. So that's a quick trick. I love it too in the spray bottles. We sell the most amazing pure rose water spray bottles. Rose water is great for healing, moisturizing, anti-aging, and so economical. So as I use after a few pumps, then you can put a splash of aloe vera in there, just mix it up. And then every time you wake up, you can spritz yourself with cool rose water with aloe vera. Again, pennies a day, pennies, easy to use. And this is great for your children too, because remember, the skin damage, any dermatologist will tell you, hey, what you're seeing now, Mr. John, is from 30 years ago. So get your kids into a good routine of like making sure they take care of their skin. And what's happening with the skin industry is they are selling you this idea of stripping, cleaning, scrubbing away all your issues, and that's the furthest from the truth. Your skin is very acidic, okay? And if you put all these alkaline creams on, or you scrub away all the natural microbes that protect your skin, or the oils that protect your skins and make it moist and subtle to protect every single gland, you are literally changing your skin's whole structure and stressing it out. And then you'll see acne and flare-ups and all these horrific things, because it's like, what are you doing to me? Nourish me. Don't strip away every single thing that protects me. So aloe vera is a phenomenal way to protect the skin, not mess with the pH too badly, and also make some more collagen if you take it internally. Just like the skin being the largest living organ and absorbing things, it's the same thing with the intestines. If the intestines are not absorbing the right nutrients or letting through, like as in leaky gut, the bad things, okay, the skin will have a worse effect. So things, for instance, your aloe vera is going to heal the tissue that might be inflamed, and leaky gut not only is inflamed tissue, but it's opening pathways so the body will release into the bloodstream things that were never meant to be in the bloodstream. And so then you could see outbreaks on your skin because your body is overreacting to what it's trying to get out, and the normal system of going through your entire intestinal tract and evacuating it through your feces or your urine is not logical right now because it's in the bloodstream. So you will see rashes, outbreaks, things that are not explainable. And the normal course of treatment is not something I usually agree with, because they'll give you just something to take away the inflammation of the redness or the puffiness, but they never get at the cause and address, well, did you go through a very stressful moment? Was there some trauma in your life? Did you, really go crazy at Krispy Kreme donuts, So you really have to really take into account everything you've been doing and thinking and behaving like. And if you find a reasonable explanation, then don't throw damaging creams or solutions or, gosh forbid, antibiotics into the mix. Okay, because again, then you're destroying all your natural defense system, especially your good bacteria. So if antibiotics seem like a last resort, then okay. But try not to think of them as the first solution. First, really take into account, what was my environment like? What was I consuming? Was I really stressing out? And address the causes, not the symptoms. It would just be so much more beneficial for you. So after aloe vera, my other favorite, extremely inexpensive fix-all for the skin and for inside the body is apple cider vinegar. Now, you can go on social media these days or YouTube and get amazing videos on apple cider vinegar. They really do this one justice, and they don't exaggerate it too badly. But apple cider vinegar, the raw, non-processed, non-filtered organic, is available everywhere now. You can get it anywhere. It's very, very economical. So my suggestion is make sure it's not filtered. A quick check, so you don't even have to read words, is you pick up that bottle, and if it looks disgusting and thick on the bottom, then you've got a really good one. Sometimes I'll go to my batch at the store, and I'll try to find the murkiest, thickest sediment on the bottom I can find. It's called the mother, because that's the healthiest and most beneficial. It makes a phenomenal exfoliator for the skin and an incredible toner. So if you want to use it as an exfoliator, you use a higher percentage of apple cider vinegar to water. So you can do like 4 tablespoons to, say, a cup of water, and you put a cotton swab in there, and you saturate your skin with it, and you keep it on, maybe an hour. Some people sleep with it, but the different acid components in it will eat up anything that really doesn't belong on your skin without harming the pH too badly, because the apple cider vinegar is closer to the acidic pH of the skin than most creams or cleansers are designed. Those are designed alkaline, which is the opposite of what makes your skin healthy. But if you just want to do my favorite thing, which is just a quick toner, then you will not even smell the apple cider vinegar in this mixture. You take a little Pyrex cup that can have a lid on it. You fill it up with water. You put 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Just mix it a little bit with the spoon. And then you do a cotton ball every morning or every evening just to clean and tone the skin. And you're done. You're done. And that is like less than a penny, I think. It's like you can get a bottle of apple cider vinegar for about $4, $5, and it probably will last 6 months. Unless you're obsessed with it like we are, and we drink it too. Then you'll get amazing health benefits for your digestive system, your intestinal system. Some people use it as a hair rinse. They use it if they have a sore throat. There's 100 uses. But economical and it works on cause, and it doesn't, it doesn't hurt anything. So I would definitely look into the apple cider vinegar. The next home remedy is coconut oil. And I know, Cliff, that's one of your favorites.
Oil pulling.
Oil pulling, right? Yeah. So coconut oil, once again, because it's so famous and does so many miraculous things for the skin, for the brain, your oral health, everyone wants to get their little hands on it. So you have to make sure that just like olive oil, that you're buying quality. A quick trick, because they bleach it to make it look uniformly white, or to make sure that people don't smell the coconut too strong in case they don't like coconut smell, or they hydrogenate it so that way it's easier to ship so it doesn't melt with warmer temperatures. But a quick trick is basically when it gets warmer, it should melt. When it gets colder, it should get solid. And that's the easiest way. And when you open a fresh bottle of coconut oil, it should smell like coconuts. It shouldn't smell like nothing. So that's how I judge it. I sell the Garden of Life organic, virgin, non-hydrogenated, non-bleached coconut oil. Because I trust it, but there are other good brands out there. So definitely it's economical. So a $10 bottle of coconut oil, and that's for a really good quality one, will probably last you for a skin regimen 3 months. $3 a month. Incredible, right? So the coconut oil can be used as a cleanser. So this would be the step you could do before the apple cider vinegar toner. And you only need a tiny bit. So the type of oil glands you have in your skin match like the coconut oil profile. So, and there's also caprylic acid in there, which I love and I take in my coffee. Caprylic acid is carbon 8, and that kills yeast, mold, fungus. You don't want any of that hanging around your skin, right? Only the healthy microbes. So you just put a tiny bit of coconut oil on your fingertips. You rub it in. If it feels like you have a greasy residue, then you put a little too much. And then you can use like a little face cloth or another cotton swab and just rub it around circular motion if you do use any face makeup to take it off. And then do the apple cider vinegar toner after. I wouldn't splash your face with water. Obviously, oil and water don't mix. So just use that apple cider vinegar after. Now, there are many of my friends that just sleep with the coconut oil as their moisturizer. So that way they hydrate their skin all night. But I really stress only a tiny bit. There should be no greasy residue to stain your sheets on your skin. You're using too much and just wasting money at that point. So just a little coconut oil. And I have a really cool story. I told a friend about this routine. Let's see, Jonathan was about 4 years old, so 14 years ago. And she came over one day and she was just like dancing. She was so happy. And I'm like, what's going on? Why are you so happy? And she goes, I just went to the dermatologist again. And I said, okay. And it says, he asked me what I've been doing. And I told him that you suggested I use coconut oil after the shower. And with the coconut oil, like if you put it near a windowsill, usually bathrooms have a window. And if you do it near the windowsill, obviously it'll be liquid, so a little easier. And so I had her pouring it in her palm of her hand, spreading it throughout her hands, and starting from her ankles up. You know, you don't want to slip, so don't put it on the bottom of your feet. Ankles up, rubbing the coconut oil all over her body. That way, again, if she's moving it all around, it's not too much where it won't be greasy for her to get dressed. But she said that her dermatologist had taken before pictures of her skin. And I've never had this luxury of that type of dermatology appointment, but I guess they do that through their technology. They can take pictures of your skin close up, which to me are scary. And then he did one 3 months later, and he was telling her she was literally changing her skin, that the skin was looking so much younger, more stronger, more subtle, like everything looked improved. And that was the only thing she did. She made no dietary changes, even though I really wanted her to, just did the coconut oil trick. So again, pennies a day, super easy. Now there is fractionated coconut oil, and in the coconut oil world, the fractionated isn't as bad as that word appears. The only difference is it's a little lighter, and it's what's more acceptable usually on the face. But if you use a tiny bit of the coconut oil, it will be more economical, and you won't have to worry about that greasy residue if you just use a tiny bit. And then, of course, start, with your chest and work your way up, so that way the skin is less. Whew, okay. The skin. Wow, it's a big subject, isn't it?
That's a big word, too. Epidermis.
Epidermis, yes. Oh, but I'm going to kind of tell my story real quick before we go on, because I don't want to lose this opportunity. So there is a product that's getting famous right now because of Tony Robbins and his book Life Force. It's called NMN. Okay, so it is simply, it's from B3, but it's a structure from it, okay, that is incredible for the skin. So I'm mentioning this story because about 6 years ago, oh gosh, is it 7 now? Oh my gosh, 7 years ago. Whew, time is flying by. 7 years ago, I was getting basal cells like nothing, okay? So my dermatologist was telling me, Joanne, it's just because of your skin, and this is from, 30 years ago. But I was never like a sun worshiper. I was never really that girl. I was always working. And so I was really like kind of getting upset, So I had a total of 5. And the dermatologist did tell me through the scan that more would come up. So a customer came in one day and said, hey, you should try this form of B3. It's great to stop basal cells and skin cancers. And I was like, really? And I can get it like non-prescription? He's like, yeah, you can order it from one of your vendors. So I ordered it, and I will say I ordered Jarrow. I don't really carry much of Jarrow, but that is the one I got, just to put that out there, that many years ago. And do you know, no more basal cells started coming up. So now fast forward 7 years, and it basically, NMN is famous now. They're actually trying to make it into a prescription, of course. Stability is an issue, but you can get NMN from any supplement store. It's really famous. It's pricey, though. It has gone way up in price. When I bought it originally, it was like $35. Now it's about $55. But I would strongly recommend it if you are like me and every time you're going to a dermatologist, they're telling you something else is coming up on your skin, especially basal cells, because I have firsthand experience with that. But if you look up on YouTube, Life Force by Tony Robbins, he has like 1 hour videos on this supplement that covers its chemical structure and how it works in the human body. It's incredible information. And I definitely believe in it, and I am taking it. Now, the stability issue is a real problem. So because it's famous, of course you can go online and probably find, 2 bottles for $19.99, and just, give us your credit card every month. Please don't fall for that. Temperature matters. It cannot be in a hot warehouse, not like any vitamins can't be in a hot warehouse. So please, Jarrow is a great company. Best Naturals is a good company. Life Extension. You want companies that are GMP rated, so their facility tests not only the batch before it comes into a bottle, but after it's made into the bottle, to make sure you're actually buying the material and not just powder, okay, or something dangerous, God forbid. If I was spending $50 on something, I want to make sure it's what it says it is. So that you want to look up NMN. We right now have the Best Naturals one. Last month we had the Jarrow, but it wasn't available. So definitely give that a try if you are prone to basal cells or skin issues. Now in the book it will talk about it as anti-aging in general. So yes, so definitely. The next thing is about what foods nourish the skin and what foods hurt the skin. Any flour products, okay? So it doesn't matter if it's corn flour, white flour, rice flour, any wheat flour. Processed flours can cause B vitamin deficiencies, okay? Like pellagra, it's a B3 vitamin deficiency that's life-threatening. And that's a perfect example of, yes, what you eat matters. So you really want to be careful. I always talk about flour products being very dangerous because they have bromides in it and chlorides. And that destroys your thyroid, which regulates your metabolism. So if anyone's struggling with weight, flour will be the first thing to go. It doesn't matter what food plan you follow, what your belief system is, vegetarian, keto, paleo, carnivore, it doesn't matter. Products that claim to be food, that have all those terrible poisonous oils in it and processed flours, they're not good for anyone on the planet. It doesn't matter what you label yourself as for your eating pattern. So you really want to be careful about flour. B deficiency can cause a lot of havoc on the skin, especially with wrinkles and dryness and acne. So eczema, psoriasis. So you want to get flour out of your diet, and again, processed oils, and you want to hydrate with good, healthy fats. So again, more omega-3. So wild fish, organ meats, egg yolks. All right, got a cough real quick? Okay, I think I blocked it out. All right. Yeah, I've been doing good. So you just you want to hydrate with the healthy fats. You can use nuts in moderation, but it's like walnuts are really high in omega-3 compared to the others. So I would focus on like macadamias, walnuts, pecans, those type of healthy nuts if you're really trying to improve your skin health. But the organ meats, egg yolks, again, organic, pasture-raised. If you do, especially in a vegetarian diet, if you want to focus on like flax seeds, chia seeds, you want to soak your chia seeds first to get the most absorption out of the fatty acids. I saw an amazing recipe for chia pudding. It's just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and a couple cups of an unsweetened nut milk, like almond milk or coconut milk, whichever one you like best. But be careful of oat milk. That's a high carb one. Okay, so almond milk would be a little better for this. A little vanilla and a little alternative sweetener, a natural one like monk fruit or a little dash of stevia. I do not like stevia. I like monk fruit better, but whatever your choice is there. Let it sit in the fridge overnight, and now you got all the healthy fats that your skin loves, fills you up, and a great source of the good fatty acids. And then flax seeds, always soak or grind first, okay? So your body will absorb them. All right, guys. Well, I hope I covered enough. The skin could probably be like a 10-hour subject, but I cover the things that I use every day, or at least I want to start using, like the licorice extract. So everyone have an amazing week. And I'll catch you next week, Wednesday morning. Don't forget to listen to Dr. Scheib coming up next.
That's right. Joanne's World of Nutrition, presented each week at this time by Joanne's Nutrition World in downtown Fort Pierce, Crass Square. Yeah, Crass. Used to be the arcade building across from City Hall in Fort Pierce, US 1 at Orange Avenue. Yeah. By the way, this is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast, where the time is 11 o'clock.